Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Evan Better Presents. We're back in the sorting chamber. I should let you know that I'm not in creative mode at the moment, but I can fly. Because I've got something new. Wow, I can really fly. That's right. Modular power armor. Figured it was time to start enjoying the ability to fly. And move faster and all that good stuff. I think it was raining out earlier. Or is raining. Yeah, it is raining. I've turned the particles down just because it was getting a little annoying. Excuse me, it was getting a little annoying with the beacon. I really actually should just turn off the beacon because the beacon was giving me those particle effects. And it's not really doing anything for me. It was just there for display purposes, really. I should just get rid of it. But anyway, let's get back to what we're really here for. If you remember correctly, in the last episode, or one of the last episodes, I redid the sorting room. And since then, I've gone a step further and connected the storage chests that come off of the mines, the quarries. Alright, I've connected those storage chests with underground pipes that lead over here to processing units. Now, as you can see here, these processing units, excuse the texture flickering, that's just kind of what happens with this shader pack. So we've got a pulverizer and a redstone furnace. There's nothing new about that, right? Pulverized iron comes into the machine here. Boom, pops into the redstone furnace, which then cooks the pulverized iron dust into a iron bar. The byproduct, which is pulverized ferrous metal or nickel, gets put up into this chest here, and our output of iron bars gets put up in here. All right, so that seems like it's pretty self-explanatory. Works pretty good, right? This one here does. This one's doing iron at the moment when it shouldn't be. And I've got gold mixed in here with copper and iron. So obviously I've got some issue with my piping underneath, and I know exactly what it is. It wasn't an issue when I first hooked everything up. Like, this should just be copper. This one should just be gold. But instead I've got gold up in here. This one here is supposed to be only doing ferrous, but I've got tin and gold up in here. And I've also got pulverized iron and pulverized shiny metal up in here because it's been processing different things. This one's supposed to only be doing tin, but I've got iron and I've got aluminum. And because it's been processing different things, I've got different dusts. This one here should be only aluminum. But instead of... yeah. And the last one should be shiny ingots only. It should only be these things. Instead, I've got aluminum in here, I've got iron in here, I've got ferrous, I've got tin. So obviously there's a bit of an issue with my piping, and I know exactly what that issue is. And it was my own oversight when I was designing this. I knew this could be an issue. I didn't try and deal with it. You can see here the way this is all set up here. I've got a power conduit coming from our capacitor bank. It's just currently showing 0. I hope that's not broken. No, it's fine. It's just the power is not sitting in the conduit because it's being pumped into these nodes. All right, so then I've got underneath each one of the chests, there's a transfer node with a transfer pipe connecting to the energy node and the transfer node. One of the nice advantages of these extra utility pipes is that they can transfer liquid, power, and items in one pipe, and it's all about the node that separates it. Well, here's the issue right here, and this is my fault. I didn't, when it gets to the machines, because the machines there's two machines, they're all next to each other. I could change this very easily by putting the machines behind each other, but there's a much easier way of solving this issue, which, as you can see here, these machines are all connected up because of the fact that they need to be able to transfer power between them through the pipe. So the way I separated it down here was I simply just put a different energy node. I could just connect one of these together with one energy node connection, and then all of these pipes would transmit. But What I don't want, and you'll notice my new tools. I'll tell you about those in a second. What I don't want, though, is I don't want these things connecting like this. So what I need to do is I just need to do that. I think that's the way it works. I don't want to do this because that doesn't connect. I just want to do that. And that should keep them all separate. Nothing should be able to go feeding into that now. There we are. Now that should only allow the power, I believe. Yeah, that's a restrictor. So, or maybe that's a director. I can't remember how those work exactly. Give me a half second. I'm gonna go read the wiki because I don't remember if the stripes mean that it can go in that direction or it won't go in that direction. I don't want to screw it all up further. But it should work now. Yeah, no, I was correct. Okay, so those breaker lines are like an iron pipe where it prevents it from being able to go into this machine. So now the way it should work is it should only go into... Yeah, see, that's exactly what was happening. Because of the fact that I can, on the thermal expansion machine, I can designate at the bottom. Here, you can see this better if I turn the shaders off. You see how the bottom of these ones have a blue intake square, and on these ones here, the furnaces, there is no blue intake square. So the problem was solved right there when I didn't have the blue intake square. There was no material that was going to feed in from these pipes. The problem is that because the pipes are all interconnected, because I needed to feed power, the items were traveling as soon as it found an open machine. So if one of the machines finished early, it simply sent all of its extra items. So iron, there was a whole lot of iron, just sent the extra iron down to the next closest machine. Which in theory is fine, but if you want to keep stuff separated, that's not very helpful. That's kind of an annoyance, right? So by putting these breaker lines, that should shut off the ability for these machines to transfer between each other. So easy solution to an easy identifiable problem. Now what we're going to actually do is we're just going to take all of these extra dusts that don't belong, because this machine, this one's only for shiny. Alright, so we're just going to take the extra bricks out of here, because there should only be, there's a lot of aluminum in here, and there should only be shiny ingots. Alright, so we're just going to open up this, oops, I forgot I had the wrench in my hand. Gotta be careful about that sometimes. And we're just going to stick all the shiny dust that I have inside. Nope, nope, and nope. I don't have any shiny dust. That's fine. Let's just make sure there's only shiny ingots, and there's no dust. Okay, this guy here, we've got iron dust, which definitely shouldn't be in this machine. Should only be aluminum over here. Let's open it up. If we have any aluminum dust, we're going to stick that in. So here's aluminum dust there. Here's iron dust, pulverized iron. Uh-oh. Why am I getting two different types of dust? That's not supposed to be happening. They are treated the same in NEI, so that's not a big issue, I guess. Now, what is this one supposed to process? This one is tin. So you can see how I've set this up here. The ones against the wall all have these underground pipes that lead over to the corresponding machine. So, we're on to the tin machine. So, what do I have for tin dust? Pulverized iron, ferrous metal. Okay. Let's just find this gold chest and we'll put the gold bars in there. We'll find the iron chest, we'll put the iron bars in there. Now we can get rid of all this extra stuff here. So iron, 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 iron. Now, what is this? Aluminum. So where's my big aluminum storage? It would be this. No, that's gold. This one. No, that's a pulverizer. Ferrous. Let's stick the ferrous in there. Tin. Let's stick our tin in here. Let's get the stuff that shouldn't belong in there out. Here's aluminum. So, easy fix, easy fix. I don't mind that. That's not a big issue at all. That was a pretty simple fix. We just gotta put the dusts in the right place, and then we're good. Iron dust is a byproduct of whatever that machine is. So that's the point of these extra buckets. I could easily separate it so that I don't even have to worry about the dusts, right? Ah, shiny metal dust. That's what I was looking for. So here's our shiny metal processing machine. Let's stick the shiny metal dust in there. I could set it up so that the dusts go to the automatically correct machine. In fact, that would be very easy with sorting pipes. I could easily set it up to connect every single one of these chests to every one of these machines, or at least the dusts, and then make it so that only the correct dust goes to the correct machine. That would be very easy to do, but I like a little manual interaction. It brings me back into this room, reminds me about what's going on in here, make sure that I get involved a little bit, right? Otherwise, you get to spend the entire game never coming back into this room unless you need something, so I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it the fun way, where I actually interact with the freaking machines I've spent hours building. And that's the challenge I like in this game now. It's not even about doing the action. I don't care about that. It's not hard to build something. It's more fun to design something in your head and then build it. See how you can make it work. Alright. So we'll just stick the iron dust in here for now, so I remember to put it into that machine. We've got pulverized ferrous. Do I have any pulverized copper? No, that's more iron. So let's get the pulverized iron back in here so we can stick it into that proper machine. Pulverized ferrous goes into this one? Must be this one. There we are. And we'll stick the dust up in this machine here so we know it goes into that. Okay. Now that should be pretty much everything separated. Gold dust is a byproduct of the copper, so we'll take the gold dust and we'll stick it into the gold processing machine, which is this one here. Boom. Alright, that should be everything sorted out. Only stuff that should be there is there now. Let's just make sure this is working properly. Yep. Stick the rest of them in there. We got one more to go. Bang, done. Alright, shiny metal. Good. Aluminum good. Or, sorry, tin. Iron dust's byproduct again. Shiny metal and dusts. Perfect, guys. Everything's working beautiful. It's exactly how it should be working. Okay, let's get the rest of this stuff and stick it in here. And we'll come back to this later. Okay, so what I want to do today is I want to automate a little bit more of these machineries. Oh, here, let's do a quick talk about our tools. So, experimenting around with spawning in different creatures, I accidentally spawned in something called Death. It's from Witchery. Well, Death is literally the Grim Reaper, and he killed me many times. He had 1,000 life. 1,000. So, after he killed me, I ended up breaking my gravestone in creative mode by accident once again. And I figured, you know what? It's time to give myself proper tools. Because I lost all my tools. I lost everything I had. So I decided, you know what? It's time to give myself proper tools. So I built a new set of Tinkerer's Construct tools. Downside to these tools is they're not quite as good as I'd hoped. Now, I did... Like you can see here, mining speed is 20.26 on this. The excavator, it's 21.6. Those are okay. It actually does take a couple of seconds. It takes about a half second to break through a wall. I'll show you that over here, where I can test it out. No, I don't want to really wreck up my room. Here, we'll go underground. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Look, just here, just look. See that? It takes a couple of seconds to tap, tap, tap before the ground breaks. So I need to redo this cobalt hammer to get it a little bit stronger than it is, which I think I can achieve by avoiding the use of Mossy to repair it automatically. That will give me one more modification on the tool. Then I've got an excavator here just as useful. This here is a cleaver. Blocks damage here. Hits for some serious 18.5 hearts, but it's not that. It's not actually 18.5 hearts. It's plus 36 damage. So I'm actually doing 36 damage per swipe. So only things with armor can really withstand that. Let's go over here. We've got ourselves a longsword, and a longsword is a similar weapon, and it does 27 attack damage. So once again, this one here it's more for just, I always need to have something in my one slot bar, right? Since I have two tools or two tool belts, I want to make sure I always have a sword, so that way I'm not clamoring to try and switch between them if I'm getting attacked. Regular old shovel, or is it? Look at the mining speed on this son of a bitch. 39. And on this one here, 48 on my pickaxe. A 48. I can mine through... Oh my god, this thing is so fast. Like, here, let me go show you this. You wouldn't believe how fast this thing is. It's stupid quick. Whoa. Ta-da. See what I'm talking about? Thing has got some speed. Anyway, so now I've got proper tools. I've got my suit of armor to protect me. I'm not 100% sure just how strong it is, and I've noticed that this new iteration of modular power suits has changed. It's not quite what it used to be. It doesn't have all the same features. Like, I didn't notice a water assist. Yes, I did. What am I saying? Before we go work on that machine, let's go up to the Tinker's, or the, let's go up to the power table. Power armor Tinkerer table. Because it's actually under here now. No, it's under legs. Step assist, so I can walk over one block. Swim boost. That's why. I was like, why don't I have any thrust underwater? So, swim boost. I didn't have it turned up. I knew there was something wrong with that. Jump assist. Compensation. See, this is the problem, is that it's still... not great. So let's bring it up to 50 and see what that does for us. Well, since I fly, it doesn't really matter, does it? And let's go outside where we can actually see if this is a really big benefit. See, I can fly, but here's the regular jump. Oh, and I want to show you guys something new. You remember how I've been desperate to have... Whoop. I've been desperate to have something to worry about? Well, I finally decided to spread taint to this evil island. Don't need to hurt me. And in the center of the evil island, of course, is this seriously augmented aura node. So I have a reward for venturing in here. But now it's dangerous because I've got this fibrous taint everywhere. And it's slowly spreading. And the way I did that, I just creative moded in a taint creeper. And when they blow up, they spread taint. Pretty simplistic way of doing it. I never would have thought of it. Anyway, this is what we've got to deal with now. So, in preparation for a possibility that I'm going to have to start fighting taint creatures, I dug out the trench even deeper than it was. And here's the reason for that. Look at that. The stuff's spreading already. You gotta remember that it spreads downward as well as around it. So I gotta watch for it coming into the... If it gets to the same level as the ground here, I'm gonna have to dig this trench even deeper. Stupid Dobby. Shut up. Oh, we can put the shaders back on. But yeah, so I've got the Thalmic Tinkerer, the Thalmic Tinkerer upgrade Viz reader or whatever. There we go. Now you can see all the stuff that's in there. Kind of. Now, I should have night vision as well. Why isn't that on? See, the texture goes weird on Taint. And here's my other Aurora node that I have access to. This one's only got two things in it. But that's okay, because you can clearly see there's Aurora nodes in each one of these trees. So if I ever need to charge up, I've got plenty of places to do it. And you can see every one of these silverwood trees, except for 1 or 2, have a nice life-giving Aurora node in them. And if you remember correctly, we actually dug out paths in most of these trees to be able to go get that. I don't know if they healed up or not. That could be a thing. Doesn't look it, though. Looks like they stayed the way I made them. Our magical crop growth is getting much, much better. So you can see here I've got a lot more magical crop. I got to start planting that. We're almost at a point now where I think we're getting close to being able to actually start making a Master Infusion Stone. It's a little while longer still for sure. But we're getting closer. We're getting closer. All right, so I don't want to make this a 30-minute episode. I want to make this a 20-minute episode, so I'm gonna cut it off here. I just want to show you some of the stuff that I've been working on. And next episode, we're going to pick up where I was going to get around to this episode before I started showing you guys all this kind of stuff I've been working on. And we're going to build some more of these machines to process more items in this room. And you guys can see the advantages of using these transfer pipes and how I'm going to move stuff like all this Thalmcraft stuff out of the way into a chest that's on this side of the room. And I'll show you how I've been doing that. It's pretty easy to understand once you see it, without having to do it all manually. Alrighty, so thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode of Evan Better Presents.